Hello everyone, I gotta come down here a little bit so you can fit me in the frame. How are we doing tonight? Hopefully you saw my message that I was gonna start a little tiny bit later tonight. Tonight was opening night of the musical, so I was ushering and being there to support my daughter and her friends. So that's why I'm wearing a dress, because I was ushering. But say hello to me in the chat, please, as you're hopping on. Let's see. I want to see all messages. There we go. Hey, Patty. Hey, Christina. Thanks for being here. Hey, Kristen. Okay, trying to get set up here. It's always confusing to me then when I go to YouTube because I have to look somewhere different and the screen is this way. So I'm hoping that you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing here, at least part of it. So yay, now I got some people hopping on. Those notifications must have gone out. Hello, Marilyn and Christine, Tara, Geraldine, Carla, Phyllis, Tita, Christina, Sean. Yay! Sorry I had to start a little bit late, but it was worth it. Opening night was amazing. The kids did a fabulous job. I'm so excited to be here crafting with you. Literally just decided what I was doing. But you know what? That's not a problem when you have a lot of resources to choose from. So this is what I chose to use tonight. This, I don't know where it was from originally. I'm going to guess Hobby Lobby. I paid $2.99 for it at the thrift store. And I really liked the metal. I'm going to leave this teal color. Oh, you know what? I should probably say hello. This is Cindy. You're on my channel here, Monarch Mom DIY, where I love to bring you my best tips and tools to inspire you to create beautiful home decor or gifts on a budget. Just to create, right? Creating is so life-giving, and I love to do it, and I'm blessed to be able to do it every day if I want. So, yeah, long time no see. So anyway, this is a little chalkboard. Sorry about that. I don't know why they feel the need to be loud going down the street, but this is a chalkboard surface. It's a little beat up, so I am going to paint over it. And on the back, it does have the little hangers, so you could hang it horizontally, but I'm going to hang it vertically, or portrait landscape, whichever words you like to use. So as you're hopping on, thanks for being here. I'd love it if you'd give the video a thumbs up. That activates YouTube, and they're like, oh, something's happening over there. So I was thinking about what I wanted to stencil on the chalkboard, and I had a couple options. I'm kind of in a flowery spring mood. I thought about putting this on there. It wasn't quite the right, it wasn't going to fit. Let's just say that. So then I pulled out these. These are the new They That Wait, because I was kind of in the mood for sunflowers. But then I came across this stencil, and this is a jar. It says Love Blooms Here. And the other stencils that come on this sheet are different flowers. But I said, you know what if I just stenciled this and then put real flowers? Well, not real flowers, real fake flowers. I found these at Dollar Tree this week. And if you look really close, I mean, you can tell the leaves are kind of plasticky, but I was really impressed with how many you got for the $1.25. So I got the purple, I got the white with pink, I got the blue, and I got the dark pink. These are called Dianthus. So what I'm thinking, I took one of these wood squares. Oh, thanks, Christine. Yay. Thanks for subscribing. So I took one of these thin pieces of wood. This is actually from Michael's, and I trimmed it to kind of fit the width of the jar. So my idea is I'm going to paint this white. Okay. And I'm going to paint my little jar shape here yellow. And then when I stencil on it, the only thing that's going to stay yellow is going to be the words. Okay. And the lines. Wherever the green is, it's going to stay the background color. And then whatever color chalk paste I use on the stencil will be the rest of the jar. So be thinking about that. What color should I paste the jar? Maybe I should do the jar white and do the yellow chalk paste so that the jar is mostly yellow. Because I'm thinking to go with the teal, I was thinking the yellow and maybe the purple flowers. I don't know. I think I'm going to lighten up this teal also with some white. Yay, Teresa. Very good. Teresa, I want to make sure you're getting emails from me. Just let me know if you're getting emails from me. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. I want to give you ideas for what you can do with little things that you pick up from the thrift store. Oh my goodness, we got some people, it's snowing where you are. Goodness gracious. All right, so to start out, we're going to do the boring stuff. We're going to go ahead and probably I'm just going to do one coat because I don't mind if it looks kind of worn. Like, I don't mind if you can see some of the black chalkboard coming through. Because we're going to have the jar in front of it. And we're going to have flowers covering a lot of it. So I'm just going to do kind of what I would call a streaky coat of my white chalk paint. So I didn't finish telling you, with the jar, my plan is to kind of build a 3D jar that I can then set the flowers in, the stems. And I'm going to show you something else I made, gosh, probably a year ago. My first spring with Magnolia. Here, let's go ahead and paint this white too. Let's paint our little jar white. And then we'll decide what color we're going to stencil it. Oh man, everybody's having crazy weather. Yeah, it's super, it's like got 20 degrees warmer here, but rainy. I guess that's better than the snow we got dumped last weekend. All right, so my idea is to stencil on this wood, and then I'm going to put some blocks so that it pops out a little bit from the chalkboard. So on my little blocks, let's see, I think I'm just going to paint two of the sides that might be visible. So I'm going to build kind of a little jar box, if that makes sense, attached to the background. Does that make sense? You guys are still talking about the weather. I love it. I love that you guys come on here and you're like friends, you're chatting about the weather. Hey, Sarah Lemon. So is the weather nice anywhere? I got rain. Some of you have rain. Some of you have snow. All right. So these are my blocks. You're going to see I'm going to build my little jar out of. All right. I think just going to take a little bit more of the paint off. Make it look a little streaky. Okay. So this, let me show you what I made, gosh, probably a year ago. Kind of this idea is what I'm going to do. So see how I put blocks back here? And so I made like a little flower box, and then I could put artificial florals in here. I didn't even put foam. I just stuck them in there. So this is something I made early on in my Magnolia days. This is one of our 18-inch plaques, I think it's called. And so I'm going to do something like this, but with the jar. Okay. Now Now that I just have a little bit of paint on my brush, oh, actually I have like none on there. Okay, let me get a paper towel. I just want to put a little bit of white paint now on the teal, so it's just not so perfectly solid. Can you see? You see the difference between here and here? I just brushed a little bit of the white paint very lightly, just to lighten it up a little bit. Hope everyone is having a great week. See, the thing is you can just start light and then go back around if you decide you want more. There, see? See what a difference that makes? Just adding that little bit of paint on there. Okay, I thought I saw a comment that maybe needed to be deleted. So what I've done so far is I dry brushed a little bit of white on this teal frame. I painted kind of a streaky coat of white also on the chalkboard. And I cut one of these rounded squares to be about the width of this stencil. We're going to make a jar. For the top part of the jar, I'm going to use a piece of one of these cookie sheets from Dollar Tree that I've already cut some pieces up. Yeah, Christine, doesn't it? Oh, thank you, Just Learning. You are very welcome. I love crafting. I love coming on here and sharing ideas. I am a teacher, so I really enjoy it. Okay. All right. So, let's see. So, my jar is painted white. So, what color do you think I should stencil? So, basically, all this where you see white will be whatever color. I think I could do these pink and white flowers. I'm trying to decide which color flowers I should do. I don't want to do blue on the green. What do you guys think? If I hold this up, do you like the purple with the teal? Do you like the white with the pink? Should I do a mixture of the two? The white looks good on the teal. Yeah. You think the pink and white? I'm not going to do this whole thing, probably. I will take maybe half of it. Maybe half. Yay, Paula! White with pink. Some say purple, definitely. The cool thing is, okay, so what is a color jar that could go with either of these? Because then I could change them out. Do you think yellow? I'm thinking that might be too many colors. Or should I do gray? So it's like a jar. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. My brain is about done for the day. Definitely I'm going to spray this when everything's done to get that clear matte spray to get everything solidified. You think gray? Let's see. I mean, we could just do pink with the pink flowers. We could do, this purple's not quite the same purple. We could do purple jar with the purple flowers. Too much pink. Yellow vase, white writing. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. And then if I don't like it, I could put a different color of flowers in there. So let's do daffodil. Let's do daffodil. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lighten it up. I'm going to show you how you can lighten up you can mix your chalk paste. So I'm going to take some of this daffodil yellow, which is very bright. You can see it there. Let's take a little scoop. I don't need a lot. That's probably way too much. And let's add some white to it to soften it a little bit. How does that sound? Ugh. Oh boy. This one, ooh, I almost need a new white. Okay, I'm gonna get a good chunk of white there. And I'm gonna mix it up. I guess with both stirrers. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of like a lemon mousse. Isn't that nice? It's a nice little soft, much softer yellow. Okay, so we'll do that for the jar. Oh, why is this? Oh, you know what? Look, I did order a new white. Okay. I'm trying to set all these things out of the way while they're drying, but this is pretty dry. Okay. Tacky towel. Again, this stencil set is called Love Blooms. And see all that mesh. So the only thing that's going to stay white will be the words Love Blooms here. All right, because my piece I'm stenciling is smaller than the stencil, I'm going to put my backing sheet behind it. All right, my jar shape that I cut is not, it's not quite the same. I have to move this down a little bit. Okay. All right, but I'm only going to do from this part down. I might have to do a little trimming on my jar here to actually make it look like a jar. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to press really well around my letters so that I get those letters nice and crisp. Ooh, I really like this yellow that I mixed. Okay. My hands are such a mess. It's really hard to read the white. Now what I could do when it's all dry is I could come back in and go over those letters with a darker color. Like I could fill them in. Hey Gayla. Oh, what was Paula's question? You know what, Paula? I have not been doing that. And I've actually not been having a problem. So I think what's important is as long as you make sure your paint is dry, like really dry, and your stencil is really fuzzed. I have not had a problem with it pulling any paint up. So on my lives, like even today, I did this. I still have on my Facebook Live, I still haven't added the greenery to the top, but I painted this surface, this new surface we have from Magnolia. I painted it with the Maze chalk paint, made sure it was really dry, and then I stenciled right on top of it, and it didn't peel any paint up, and it stuck down just fine. Now, when it is completely dry, which it is now, I'll take it out and I'll spray it with a clear matte spray. So good question. Now, what about this though? I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to see this. So do I need to, I think what I need to do is I need to paint the other side a darker color. What if I painted the base color teal, like the frame? Yes, just learning. You and I just said the same thing. All right, so I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to paint it. Wait. Oh, agave. Agave is going to match better than peacock. So we're going to paint our base of our jar with agave. Yeah, I thought about outlining the letters, but I think I'm going to do this instead. All right. This is how crafting goes a lot of times. Try something, it's like, not sure that's quite it. And I'm just going to leave my blocks white though, because they're going to be between the jar and the back of the chalkboard anyway. So you're really not going to see those. Okay. We'll still use the yellow for the jar. So that's good. Thanks for your input, everybody. I appreciate it. Sometimes makes it more fun to get everybody's input. All right, let's see how this is. This feels fine. I think what I'm going to do is do a real quick Mod Podge on it, just so my paint doesn't scratch off of the chalkboard surface. Awesome. I also want to make sure you guys are aware of my Facebook page. We hit 7,500 followers this week. I'm very excited. I got approved for stars on Facebook. And I have a Magnolia VIP group. If you're interested, if you really like the Magnolia stuff and you're on Facebook, find Monarch Moms Magnolia Customer VIP group. If you put those words in, it should pop up. And I'm going to be doing an auction probably next week on some of my Easter projects, because my craft show is going to be after Easter. So I'm not going to be able to sell those at my craft show anyway. Oh yes, this is awesome. This was one of my friends, Yvonne, who's also a Magnolia creator. I saw her doing this and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is genius. Now, then someone else told me what they use is you know those ketchup bottles that stand on the tip? They have a wide tip. They said they use that because then it's ready to go. But then I'm afraid it would like squirt out when you open the lid. And I could use Mod Podge on this as well, but this is going to be easier just to spray. All right, so we've got our frame. We've got our back is drying. We've got our jar that we repainted with the teal. See if oh, thank you for sharing. Hey, Deborah. Okay, let me ask you guys a question while I'm drying this. So, have you heard of this Temu website? Seems like everybody is doing reviews and hauls from Temu. Oh, good, Kristen. Welcome, Vicki. So they contacted me. Do you guys want me to review some Temu stuff? They want to send me some craft supplies. And then I would review them. Let me know if that's something you would even be interested in seeing. I mean, I would love to get free stuff. You just ordered? Candy, you'll have to tell me what you ordered. I did place a small order before they contacted me about reviewing stuff. I got a couple things. Okay. See, I want to make sure this is dry before I try stenciling again. I should and yes. Okay. I got to go on there and pick my stuff because they want me to do Easter. Easter and then a couple other things, so. Uh-oh. What do you mean they're stealing intellectual property from craft companies? Please explain. I don't know what that means. Okay. Let's get our stencil back out here. Thankfully, I didn't put it in water. Trying to line it up. Hopefully my letters are going to stick down. That's really the only thing I need to stick down. Okay. Have enough of this yellow. Okay. Hopefully that looks okay. Copyright images and remaking them. How are they doing that? All right. Okay, so this is what I ended up with for my jar. I am going to round these corners a little bit more to follow that shape. And then, like I said, I'm going to take a piece of this. Let's just cut a piece off here. I'm going to take a piece of this. And how am I going to do this? I'm going to kind of... What would be nice is if I could trace the stencil. I'm going to trace the top of the stencil. See how I can do this with a stylus. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of trace, kind of tracing what the top of the jar looks like, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to cut it out. This is just how I roll. I say, oh, what do I have that looks like that? And then I just pull it out and try it out. It kind of looks like a dog bone, what I drew here, but... Okay. It's kind of a weird shape. Hey, that kind of looks like the top of a jar. I think I can make it a little smaller though. Oh yeah. Stealing is stealing. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Oh, Jazzy, yes, we can see you. Due to lose, yeah. Okay, so we're letting this dry, but I think I am going to go ahead and I can cut it with these heavy duty scissors. And if I don't like how it turns out, I can sand the edges a little bit. Maybe someday I'll get fancy. Okay, so see what I did? Kind of cut this little notch right here to make it a little more jar shaped. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Gotta be careful though, because it's not really dry yet. There. So it's a little more jar shaped. And then we'll have our metal at the top. That looks like I need to trim. I'm going to trim these straight because the metal's going to stick out for me. All right. Okay, so that's there. We'll do the metal on the top and probably add a little jute twine around it. Done with my stencil. Let's get this trash out of here. Several things, very pleased, mostly garden items, also jewelry. Oh, they do have screen print stencils? Man, I guess I haven't looked around enough on that website. I mostly was looking for, like, what I ordered was like a little bit of ribbon. I ordered some 6x6 inch scrapbook paper packs. Yeah, jute twine. Oh, Mod Podge is still wet. Okay. If you saw I did it on Facebook this week, the Bless Our Nest, where I glued all those half wood beads around the frame. Those half wood beads were from Temu. They were very small, but the description said 1/2 inch, so I wasn't expecting them to be big like the ones I did on the bunny here. I hope this looks good when it's done. Oh, thanks, Pam. All right. Let's just give our chalk paste a little blast of the dryer here. All right. I think we are good. One thing I do want to do on this jar, I just want to go around the edges a little bit with my sander, mostly to get a little of the blue. So I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow off around the edges there so that the blue from underneath shows a little bit more. Just a little. Okay, so, that is dry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue some, let me move this where you can see. How about? So here's my little jar. This is the back of it now because I repainted. And I'm going to glue some of these blocks. You can use tumbling tower blocks. These were like a generic, oops. Oh yeah, that's going to glue to the back. Okay. So I'm going to glue one on the bottom. And then I'm going to do, maybe I only need one on each side. I thought I was going to need two. So see, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm making like a little frame. So the stems of the flowers will go in here, and this will hold the jar out from the background. So this is just a fun little way you can turn something flat into something 3D, so you can actually put flowers or whatever in it. I'll lift this up and show it to you after I get them all glued on. Okay. So it looks really ugly. It looks like a smiley face. All right, so here's my jar. And here's the back where I glued, and this is what it looks like on the side because I painted them white. I didn't paint the tops here white, but I think it'll be okay. So let's glue our little metal piece on the top. And then I am going to go grab some jute. I'm wondering if I should kind of fold it around. Yes, I'm going to do that. Okay, let's put a little glue. Glue it down and fold the edges. What do you guys think of my little mason jar? Okay, let me grab my jute twine. I wasn't prepared for that part. All right, so we're just gonna get this thin stuff. That's from the like automotive aisle of Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm gonna have a little strand. I'm gonna go around like, what do you think? Like 3 times? 1, 2, 3. And now I can tie a little knot. Cute. Okay. Show this to you. Snip, snip. This bottom one, I got to cut it a little shorter. It's covering up my L. There, what do you think? I added the cookie sheet metal. We added the jute twine. I think it is ready. Well, first of all, let's put the backing back into the frame so we can see where everything is going to line up, because I know the frame is going to cover a little bit of the frame or of the background. All right, it's just got all these little tabs. So let's press all these back down like a picture frame. Okay. Voila! Doesn't that look so good? Okay, so now we're gonna glue our little, I love this. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's glue our little jar down. Not all the way at the bottom, but you know, pretty close. What do you guys think? Who's saying wake up? Oh, are people falling asleep? What do you guys think of this? See, you guys can use this idea. Now, we do have some mason jar cutouts, but they were not made for this stencil. They're a little too small, but that would be a cute idea too. But I'm super excited. Oops, one of my pieces of jute is kind of loosey-goosey. That's okay. Awesome. So there you can see the hole where you can put your florals. Now, what color did we decide? We decided pink and white, I think. Dianthus. Hope I'm saying that right. Oop. Well, here's what it looks like. You want to go find these at Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness, these are going to be so pretty. Now, if I just stuck, it's going to be too long, but if I just stuck the whole thing in there, it's too long. But really, do you think that's too many flowers? Let's try it. Let's just trim this a little tiny bit. I got these heavy duty wire cutters that are awesome for these flower stems. Is that too much? This is the whole bunch. You finally made it live, but late. Aw. Oh yeah, Sheila, you're in Arizona. So what time is it there? Is it 1 hour different from me now or 2? Looks good. You guys like the flowers? I do like it with the pink. Now let's just play devil's advocate with me. The purple would work too. The purple would work too. How much did I cut off of this? The purple works too. So you could do this in whatever colors you like. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Okay, so what did this cost me? $3 for the frame chalkboard, $1.25 for the flowers. I already had the wood, I had the stencil, I had the blocks. Yes. It's almost 7 in Arizona. Oh, so you're 3 hours different. Yeah, okay. That's right, you were 2. I know. I used to live in Arizona and I enjoyed the fact that we did not do daylight savings, but then I always had to figure out how many hours different are we from my in-laws in Colorado. So, all right. So do you guys have something? You could do this with a picture frame. You could do this with just a piece of wood. Okay. And you probably could do a little nicer job on the jar shape than I just kind of like eyeballed it. You could find a shape online, print it out and cut it out. But I really love this. I think I'm going to put this in my craft show. I am first going to spray the entire thing so that, you know, it's good and sealed. No paint's going to chip off. And do you guys think I should just leave it with the hangers on the back, or should I do like a jute twine hanger with maybe beads on it, or is that too much? I feel like this is so decorative that it really doesn't need anything else. What you guys think? You love it with the either color flowers. Yep. Yep. I do too. Now I wish I had more of these. I'm going to have to be on the lookout for pretty metal frames like this. All right. So, tomorrow I will not be live. Friday is breakfast date day. And then I got some other stuff I'm working on. But I will be live on the Magnolia Design Co. Facebook page on Saturday. We actually are going to have crafters all day long to celebrate National Craft Month. So head over there and follow that page if you don't already. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. You're so glad I repainted the jar. Me too. I love that it's the same color as the frame here. Very, very fun. And look at, you can make the metal part of your jar with a cookie sheet from Dollar Tree to add a little twine to it. I love it. Thanks for creating with me tonight, everyone. I'm just looking through the comments, see if I... Thank you. Did you guys notice that here on my YouTube channel, I'm getting really close to 90,000 subscribers? I'm so excited. You could use one of the long framed boards from Dollar Tree. Yep. Yep. You could. So I hope you guys get the chance to try this idea out. It's really fun. And if you don't make the jar shape, you could always do the window box shape that I did. So this is just 2 paint sticks. And then I have a line of tumbling tower blocks on the bottom and then on the side to pop it out from the board, but also to hold all the little flowers in. So with that, I'm going to say adios. Go hang out with hubby for a little bit, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for the thumbs up. Be sure to comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later. I'm going to bring this closer. You're welcome. Good night, everybody.